Hey everybody, it's Andrew Reeves calling you from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Um, so Carla asked me to make a video. Her and I were talking the other night. She was talking like she's had issues with people about how to motivate people. Like some people don't like tough love. How do you motivate the people that don't like tough love? And I kind of said to her like you're looking at it the wrong way. Like when I was younger, I worked at a retail store, which we won't name because it's kind of embarrassing, but it was a clothing retailer, and our things weren't going well. And to my surprise, our boss took us to a company party, like at a Pizza Alley bowling lane type place. So we went there, and we were bowling. And when we left, she pulled everybody aside and she said, "Look, I know a lot of you aren't in this for life. I know a lot of you, this is just a part-time job. And I know for a lot of you, this is something that you might seem as silly. And I know many of you won't be here in 5 years, 10 years, let alone a year. But for me and for what I do, I love doing this. I love where I work. I love what I do. And I love the industry. So out of respect for me, I would ask that you would treat it kind of the same way when you're here and when you're on the clock. It's great that this isn't for you, and I get it. It's not for everybody. But for me, this is how I support my family, and this is how I live my life. And so I would just like that respect coming from you. And at the time, I kind of listened and I kind of understood, but I didn't really get it until I got older and I had a family and I had kids of my own, and I had to start making hard choices about work and careers. And the reason this gets back to tough love is because for me and Carly, this is our life. This is our business. I don't work because she was far more successful at what she was doing than what I was doing. And so we talked and I left so she could get more done and she could work her business. This supports our family. This pays for our house. This business buys our groceries. And so for her to dial down what people call as tough love would be a disservice to not only her, but to you and to the customers that she serves and to the other people she's trying to lead. It's not tough love. It's not her saying, I'm going to be hard on you and I'm going to push you and I'm going to do this, and this because that's how I motivate. It's not tough love. It's her, quite frankly, it's our life. And so she's going to treat it like a career, and she's going to give it the respect that it deserves, to be honest. And so some people will be like, oh, I don't handle tough love well. Oh, I don't like being motivated that way, or that type of motivation doesn't work for me. And it doesn't even have to be tough love motivation. It can be like another type of motivation. But I was just at the Black Status retreat, and I can tell you every single Black Status was there, treated unique like a full-time job, like something that they did to support their families, as if they were the only ones that were doing it. Many of the people there weren't. That wasn't their only job, and it wasn't their only source of income because their husbands worked as well. But every single one of them treated it like it was their only full-time job. And now we're not asking, and Carly isn't asking you to treat it that way, but that's how she's going to treat it, and that's how she's going to motivate, and that's how she's going to push. And so if something comes in your feed that you don't agree with, there's no need to shout out and be like, that doesn't work for me and it doesn't work for other girls I know as well. Just keep scrolling. Pull out what you can and take the advice that you can. It might some good advice from someone else that treats it as a hobby, which is totally fine. That's great. Take that advice. Take the advice that someone else gives you. Don't take advice if it's not the way you're motivated. But to say that your leader pushes you too hard or doesn't motivate you the right way when they're a Black Status leader and they've reached the highest level in the company is a bit of a disservice to them, because they are leading with what got them to where they are. And part of what got them to where they are is how they treat it. They have, like Kelsey Stacy talks about non-negotiables. A lot of Black Statuses have non-negotiable goals that they do. They set themselves to a goal and they get it done. They might be frantic or chaotic. It might not be like a list, but they treat it as if their life, their family's life, their kids' life, their husband's life depended. Like that was their source of income. So that may not be for all of you out there, and that's fine. Some of our best relationships are with people that just treat it like a little hobby, and we love those people on our team. But you can't expect her, or you can't expect your black leader to run down her management style to how you feel you need to be motivated. She's going to continue to do it the way she is because it's her full-time job, and it's not tough love. It's not, oh, you're not doing it the way I want you, shame on you. If you could, that's not what it is. It's their job. It's their life. So just keep that in mind. Let it roll off your little grain of salt. Don't take anything personally. It's business. I understand feelings get involved. But yeah, this is a full-time job for people, and they're going to treat it that way. Don't get offended if they do. And with that, I bid you adieu.